You're looking for a place to have your meals from? Welcome to Zahara Spot for beef pilau, chicken pilau, local foods, fast foods, lasagna every Sunday. We also do delivery. Call the numbers on the screen to make your order now. Zahara Spot, home of taste. Hello everyone, welcome once again to another show here. This is the Level Up Gospel Show and it's here every Sunday from 8. Today once again we are privileged to be joined by another great gospel minister in the region here in Elgon. Praise God.
Praise the Lord.
How are you?
I'm good.
Can you introduce yourself to the viewers?
I am Joshua Achai originally, but I am known as Lucky Vessel. And later on there is another name that added on, that's Roland, Lucky Vessel Roland.
Welcome to this show.
Thank you so much.
When did you start music?
I started music quite earlier, but the time I began recording in 2013. But then I began singing, when I was 7 years. So around 12 years is when I wrote my first song.
What was the title of the song that you first recorded?
The song I first recorded was called The World of Trouble. That was in 2013.
That's been a long journey.
Yeah.
How many songs so far have you recorded?
I recorded a number of songs, though I kept on pushing some on media and some I just silenced them.
Yeah, we talk about the songs that you have put out, which are on media.
The one I put out, I think around 16, 17.
Okay, can you give us a cappella of one of the songs that you like most? Some a cappella.
Well, the song I like so much is this: I shall lift my voice to the hills, and that's the way my help comes from. My help comes from above, from the creator of heaven and earth. I fix my eyes upon you, oh Lord. Jesus. Every day, Lord, when I wake up, I fix my voice upon you, Yahweh. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's wonderful. I love that song too. Tell us about the song that you think has made it so much for you, that has gone so viral among your songs.
Well, I must confess the fact that the time I made that song, Turning Around, yeah, it has done a big work so far. I see a response of people so much compared to the other times I've had some productions.
It's some great praise medley.
I think so.
Yeah.
As many people love the faster beats, or perhaps that's the reason.
Not really faster beats, but I think the what I will call it, the whole process of building the stuff.
Yeah, it was artistic and very
everything that blends.
Yeah.
I'm also one of the people who love that song.
Really?
Because when I'm in that mood of just wanting to vibe,
yes,
I'll really do it. So far you've not yet made any videos.
Yeah, I've not made any video yet.
And that's where I will come to a point whereby you can share some of the challenges that you find in music.
Yeah. I think looking into music, maybe I will begin by answering the video issue, then I come to the other part of it. But with a video issue, yeah, I tried to do some videos at the beginning of it all. I think I tried to make up some 3 videos and programmed them. But the outcome was not so satisfying to me, and I was looking at things. I said, no, this is really not going to help me. And I just decided to say, I think I'll first shut the door video for now, and then I just move on. But yeah, perhaps people have kept asking for videos.
Yeah, sure.
And is now what has been itching my head so much. And yeah, trying to look into ways of connecting to find better video out.
So apparently you are also in church ministry.
Yeah.
Apart from doing gospel ministry, you're in church ministry. So share a bit about the church ministry, how it came about, how it started. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a question everyone has asked.
Mm.
Most people have asked because I started from music, and from music shortly they see me switching into ministry, church ministry.
Mm.
Yeah, but about church ministry, I got a call from God, and I think that was in 2015.
Yes.
And I kept dodging it.
Yeah.
Until it is where God, they say you cannot dodge God.
Yeah.
Until finally, when I got into the process,
Mm.
I think I started on in 2017.
Okay.
Fully. And that's when we started up with the ministry and church thing. But I think I cannot give much words apart from the word God called me. Yeah, I had a number of experiences that I cannot narrate here. But I had a number of experiences of an encounter with God in different times from work. And when I was working, things just cut. And I just decided to go to apply to another company. And when I got another work, I was actually in the process of traveling now abroad. And in the process of moving, that's when I had another strong encounter with God. And that's when I came. I said, I had to put down everything. I think this time, I think this one is louder. And it's louder than anything. I have to now respond to the calling. And that's when I entered into the calling of ministry.
Okay. So apparently, how are you handling music and the ministry together? Maybe you can try to elaborate how you are able to handle both of them, because I've seen of people who started the music, and when they went into church ministry, you find them quitting music. But there are people who are able to do both. So probably you can share the way you are able to manage both ministries without quitting the other.
I think the first thing to start on is the love for what you're doing. I always consider that music is something I cannot retire from. Because everything will stop, but still even in heaven, music is going to be one of the keys. And looking deep into music, I think I'm deep in love with music, and there's no way I can quit it. Though even if there was no solution, some things you just trust God.
Yeah.
I must say that it's not by strength, but the grace.
The grace.
If the grace is sufficient, you will be able to handle things. Yes, there's a time you switch on to church ministry, and as if you look like you're forgotten. But in the process, I have discovered that God is using these things all in one angle. Actually, ministry is helping even my music to become rich in the message and many things, because as you grow in ministry, you also grow in music. And also music has also been a ladder that helped me to somehow catch up a certain kind of favor from a number of people within friends and such kind of a thing, even to the ministry itself. I must say, when you have something that takes you to another level, don't drop that thing. Actually, that's a mistake most people do.
Exactly.
Like you drop something that you have been on, and you go and concentrate on the other thing, forgetting this thing. You discover you'll have a lot of challenges up there, because this is what introduced you to the other. So to me, I considered music to be a starting year for God's work in my life. And when time matured enough, God had to expand the room. And that's why now I saw pastoring coming in, because the room was already expanded. And who knows, maybe we'll expand more into some other things. So that's how I understand the thing. I do handle it and the grace, but I know the biggest challenge is finance. Where somebody would ask, how could you be able, because church demands a lot, and the music also will need a number of things, kind of a thing. But just like I said, if you love something, you will always create ways for all of them. If it is little, you trust God with the little.
I would like you to advise a youth who is in music ministry, and also advise the youth who is in the church ministry, what they have to do and what they don't have to do.
Above all things, the biggest problem I've always seen with many young artists is that they lack commitment and concentration. It's like commitment and focus towards a goal. They are more into finished work than discovering their own potential and build your potential to come up to what really you should be. because I'm sure everybody, there is something about you that is so unique. You cannot compare with anybody
Any other,
else.
yes.
So if you copy another person, you're going to crash.
Exactly.
One of the things I always use to teach you on dream building is that triple T. That is it, time, then talent, time, and treasure. If you want, you have to start from the point of discovering your talent. And talent is not just a voice. Talent is something that moves your blood. When you hear it, you begin seeing hope of something. You must give your talent time. If you can't give it time, you can't have the best.
Yes.
And of course, something you give time is something you treasure. Yeah, something that you treasure. And sometimes when you're doing that thing, treasure means something hidden. You don't have to expect people to see what you're doing from the beginning.
Yes.